you yes, you guys are still struggling. Well, not all, some of you guys are still struggling to become profitable, and we just entered 2025. Last year was the year that changed trading for me, and I got profitable, and I'm going to show you exactly how I changed my trading forever with few steps, few principles, and I'm going to give you in detail the full guide of how I became profitable in 2024, so you can make 2025 your year trading. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Tip number one is no doubt risk management. And when I say this, I don't want to just say manage your risks, blah blah, and make it so vague and on not in detail. You understand? Risk management is the key to trading. Risk management, money management, capital preservation. These three things, they all, I just say, fall under risk management, because when you manage your risks, you preserve your capital. You have what to trade with tomorrow. A lot of people gamble. Okay, yesterday was CPI. Hundreds of people, thousands, if not millions, blew their account trading CPI. What do they have to trade with today? Nothing. See why risk management is the key thing in trading, and I'm sure all of you guys that are not profitable, you guys don't even manage your risks. Quote me if I'm wrong. Drop a comment and tell me I'm wrong. I'm very sure no one can do that, because you guys that are not profitable, you don't take risk management as important as it should be. You don't keep your risks based on your account balance. You don't take your risks based on percentage. You just risk this because I want to make this amount. You're all about the big gains. You're thinking about the big gains, and it is very detrimental to your trading. Like, hear me out. It is very, very bad for your trading. Stop focusing about those big wins. Yes, you can do them, but it's not consistent. Remember, we want to become profitable traders. And the thing about profitable traders is they are consistent. They come back day after day and they keep doing it. So if you're doing something that is not consistent, you're not going to be profitable, my brother, my sister. You're not going to be profitable. So make sure you take risk management as important as it should be. What is the takeaway from this? Risk management is more important than anything in trading. Risk management is number one. If you can't manage your risks, you don't have any capital. You can't trade if you don't have any capital. So make sure you learn how to preserve your capital. Tip number two is going to be strategy. Forming a consistent strategy. Now, when I say forming a consistent strategy, what do I mean? There are thousands of strategies out there to use, but when I say form a consistent strategy, I mean make sure you have data backing the strategy you're using. How do I mean? Last year was the year that 2023 I started journaling towards 2025, and that is one of the things that made 2025 my year of being profitable, because the trades that I journal out, all the data that I backed up, had showed me that despite you not following your plan, despite the revenge trading, despite the over leveraging, your strategy actually works. Your strategy is consistent. It gave me the confidence to start following my rules, knowing that as long as I follow them, I'm going to be profitable because my strategy is consistent. Now, how does this, or what is the main point of this story I just told? You guys should learn to journal. Have data backing up. So if somebody comes and asks you, what's your win rate? What will you say? What's your average risk reward? What will you say? You see, a lot of people don't take journaling as important as it should be taken. Journaling is like the easiest thing to do, and yet people make it the hardest thing to do. Journaling. When you journal your trade, you do yourself so much good, because it builds your confidence, it builds your professionalism as a trader. As in, you have some way where you're stacking up your trades, and it can even help you in the future. I've gotten a lot of people come to me with funds because of my journal trades, as in my track record, journaled, backed up data showing that I am a consistent, profitable trader. So that's one thing you should take very seriously. Learn to journal your trades. Have data. Now, that is what makes you know your strategy is consistent. You can see other people making money with supply and demand, making money with trend lines, but does it work for you? The only way to find out is journaling. So make sure you start now. Today, go buy a journal. If it's a note or if it's anything, you can use Google Notes, whatever. Start journaling today. Maybe you're done watching this video, start journaling. Come back to the comments and tell me how your progress has been, because I trust you, and trust me, you're going to have so much progress. Tip number 3 is learning to adapt to market conditions, because in trading we are in a forever changing game. Things are consistently changing. So if you're not somebody that knows how to adapt, you're going to be left behind. You understand? Today the market can be bullish, today the market can be volatile, tomorrow the market can be slow. learn to adapt, know when to not trade, know when to trade. That is what I'm trying to say. Adapt to market conditions. If you know, and this is where journaling comes in place, if you know that okay, you journal your trades and you see that more often I lose on Mondays, stop trading on Mondays. Adapt to your data, adapt to your consistency. Make sure you're trying to make consistency the goal. Try to build consistency, leave the profits. When you focus on building the consistency, the profits come. Make sure you're trying to build consistency over anything. Adapt to market structure, changes in markets movements, and you are going to you will never be left out. That's just what I'll say. Because today the market can be volatile. Maybe like let's take it back to last year during election November. Market was very volatile. A lot of people adapted, took very nice swing trades. Those situations are situations where you're a day trader but you have to swing because big market moves are in place and they are going to come, we all know. So take advantage of it. So make sure you're adapting, and also journaling is going to help you know how to adapt better. That is why journaling is the number 2 tip and it's very important. This is number 3, adapt. There are so many other ways to adapt, like so many ways, and when you journal you're going to find out with them. Let's say normally you're okay with risking 10% of your account, but now you've seen that because of that you blew too much accounts. Adapt, go to 5% risk. They all work hand in hand with each other, so make sure you follow one after the other and see your progress. So let's go to tip number 4. Before we get to tip number 4, I want to ask you, if you're still watching to this point of the video, do well to hit the subscribe button, like this video, because surely you're getting real value from it. Now, tip number 4 is the psychology of trading. Everybody knows the term psychology, but what does it mean? Do you actually understand what psychology is in trading? Because if you do, you know very well that those you're over leveraging, those you're revenge trading, those your FOMO trading, fear of missing out trades, greed, fear, those are your killers. Those are your consistency killers. What is stopping you from being profitable? Those are the root problems. So psychology of trading, like, everything boils down to journaling. I'm going to say this again and again. Almost every tip correlates with journaling, because when you journal you will know, okay, and one thing I'll say, be sincere with yourself in your journal. Is you and you versus you. Be sincere as you can be. let me not see what I cannot say, but okay, you can tell yourself, today I traded based on greed. I was greedy, so I risked more. I was scared, so I missed this. I was scared of missing out, so I took the trade anyway. Do it did not meet my plan. When you're actually writing down honest things like that, journaling them, you will see that over time. Now, before you were just struggling with being unprofitable, but now you're struggling with fear, greed. This, you can see there's some progress. You know what you're struggling against. You know what to act on. You know what to get better on. You understand? So now that you actually found out the problem through journaling, like I said, it all correlates. You know what to work on. So you now focus on finding ways to stop being greedy, stop being fearful. And for me, like I said, I'm going to give you all a full guide and tips for actually building your psychology is making a plan that actually stops all this. Like when I was overtrading, like struggling with overtrading last year, I made a plan for only 1 trade a day. I did that for months, up to 4 or 5 months, and now I'm back to 2 trades a day. But that really built the discipline in me. Only 1 trade a day, so I don't do anyhow and take any trade by mistake, because I know that is my only last trade. And that's just one example of the kind of rule you can set for yourself to restrain you from committing these psychological blunders, because believe me, those are the worst kind of mistakes you can make in trading. They will hold you back so badly. So on to the next tip. The final tip is going to be compound growth. What do you know about compound growth? Simply, it means taking your time and growing, scaling up your capital, not flipping, not over leveraging. Taking your time, consistently building up your capital. Compound growth, compounding. If you don't know the concept of compounding, I'm going to break it down a bit. So what does compounding mean? Let's say you have a $1,000 account, right, and you risk $10 per trade. So with that your $10 per trade risk, or let's say you risk $100 per trade, let's make it more realistic, 10%. With that your $100 risk, you're able to take your $1,000 to $3,000. Good, right? So now what are you going to do? Instead of risking $100 still, you're going to increase your risk to $300, and you can see now you have more profit potential, because now you're risking $300. So if before your risk to reward is always a 1 to 3, when you risk 100 to make 300, now you're risking 300 to make 900. 1 to 3 weeks reward. So you can see higher profit potential because you 2-time compounded your capital, and now you have more capital to consistently manage that high amount of risks. And as you keep growing, you keep compounding, you keep increasing your risk tolerance, and you see your capital grow. So that is going to be the last tip of the video. If you guys found this helpful, do well to show love, support me, subscribe to the channel. I will always keep supporting you guys with valuable content. So like this video, leave a comment if there's anything you want me to talk more about or make a video on, and I'm going to do just that. So see you guys in the next one. Love.